Hey, welcome to my channel. Today I thought we'd try something new. Not new, because we're just going to talk, but you'll see. First, let me tell you, I had to take Sebastian back to his daddy's yesterday because he's going back to Ohio today. So that was kind of a sad moment, knowing, I don't know when I'll see him next. And my first thought was, I'm going to go get a milkshake, because milkshakes are like comfort to me. Fountain drinks and Reese cups, that's my main, that's what the kids bring me. If I've had a bad day or something, they're coming by, RJ, he'll you need a fountain drink. He'll come in with a big Reese cup. Well, they hadn't done that in a while since they know I'm doing Nutrisystem. But a milkshake is also a comfort. And we have Cookout here that has all kinds, it's called Cookout, all kinds of milkshakes. And my favorite is chocolate with Reese's in it. Oh my gosh. You have to eat it with a spoon to begin with because it's just so thick. And that's all I wanted was, I want a comfortable milkshake. And I had to talk to myself all the way home. No, don't do it. Just don't do it. I had to make sure, like I said in my what I ate today video, that I didn't do anything rash without thinking it through. So I had to keep thinking to myself, do I want to undo everything that I have spent the past 5 weeks doing? And the answer was no, I did not. So I just come on home. If you watch that video, you see I had the Nutrisystem ice cream sandwich for my snack that afternoon. And I felt so much better about myself. I was glad I had that ice cream in the freezer because it really did hit the spot. But I was so proud of myself that I was able to withstand that temptation, because I was sad, and that's my first thing is food. Whatever the occasion in my mind is, food. Anyway, speaking of food, everything I bought Sebastian, with the exception of 2 cans of spaghetti meatballs and a box of macaroni and cheese, because that'll last on the shelf. Everything in the freezer, his chips. He normally would eat 3 or 4 bags of chips at a time. He's really cut down his eating. He only ate 2 bags out of that whole, the big variety pack of single-serve chips. He only ate 2 bags out of it. So I know they'll last, but they did not need to be in this house. They were a huge temptation. I sent those. I sent chicken fries in the freezer. I sent those French fries that I wanted so bad the other day. I sent his pizza rolls, his waffles. He had some cottage cheese left. So he had some of his chocolate candy left that I'm going to tell you right now, I did not eat one single piece. I was so proud of myself for that too. Some days I just went over there and put my hands on that candy bowl and said, oh, I really do want you. But I walked away. So I bagged that up. He didn't have but a little bit because the kid loves his chocolate candy. Sent his last muffin home that I made him. Got rid of all that out of this house. So we can get back to normal as far as not having the food temptations laying around. But anyway, what I thought we would do today is, I was sitting back here. I like to, if y'all been with me, I like to think up topics to talk about. And then I'll do my research, and I'll get little talking points, and we'll go over, and I'll get, facts about it. I like to do that kind of thing. But I was like, I don't know specifically something to talk about. I thought, well, I would order me, if y'all remember, an anonymous subscriber sent me those little inspirational cards, and we would go through and we would talk about them. Well, we talked about, a great plenty of them that had you could talk about. Like some things were just sayings that really wasn't something to expound a great deal on a video. So I think that we got through most of those that we were able to. I thought, well, I could look up another one of those, and I'm like, well, no, just look up some quotes on the internet. Just see if you can find some quotes. Well, I found quotes from people. I found anonymous sayings. I found just things, just sayings. And I'm like, well, I don't want to go through and try to pick one. I want to kind of be anonymous with it, not anonymous with it, random with it, like I was with those cards. So this is what I did. I sit here the other morning. See those little pieces of paper? I printed out a sheet with the sayings on them, cut them, sit here and fold them up and put them in this little box. And what I thought we would do was on occasion, maybe on Saturday sayings. Tell me if you think that's stupid. I guess it's too late if you do, because it's probably on the thumbnail. I thought we would go through, pick a little random one out, sight unseen, and just talk about it. So let me get a sip of coffee, fortify myself. And let's open up. And just so you know that I'm picking one out. Okay. I hope it's something I got something to say about. I hope it ain't something I just read it and we're done. Okay, are you ready? Your body hears everything your mind says. Keep going, you can. Oh, see? There it is. That's a good one, because, you know, we've talked about before, kids are going to believe what you tell them. So if you tell them you're smart, you're successful, you're funny, you're this, that, they're going to start to believe that about themselves. So the way you raise a child is important. You tell them you're dumb, you're stupid, you can't do anything right. Why are you always acting like that? Then they're going to believe that, and they're not going to have any self-esteem. And then pretty soon, you're a bad child. Well, they're going to start acting like a bad child. They're going to believe what you tell them. That's what I think this is talking about. What your body hears from in here, because where's you can speak it too. You can speak things out loud, and your body's going to hear it, because your ears are going to hear it. Your mind is going to tell your body, I don't think I can do this. I just don't think I can do it. Well, guess what? You hear that, and before long, you begin to think that, and you begin to act like that. You begin to not eat right, not exercise, not say no. Listen, we've talked about that before. Saying no is a big one. You've got to learn to say, not just say no to, hold on. Listen, it's early. This is my first cup of coffee. I'm on it. I am on it. You've got to not only say no for, like, maybe obligations because you're overstretched, but you got to say no to your body. Just example, like I did for that milkshake yesterday. I told it no. I said no. My mind said no. My body listened, and my body did not go out and get that milkshake. So where this says, yes, you can, your body will hear it. Yes, you can. Tell your body, girl, you got this. Yes, you can say no to that donut. Yes, you can do that exercise, even though you absolutely 100,000% do not want to. Yes, you can. Do it. Do the exercise. Eat the healthy food. I'm going to say that V word again. Vegetables. I told myself for 5 weeks, yes, you can eat the vegetables. Just eat the vegetables. I told myself that, and I did. Well, I did get tired of them, but we're still going to eat the vegetables. I'm just not going to pound ourselves with 2 different ones at every meal, because then I don't want to get so sick of them that we don't eat them. But we're still going to eat them. I'm still going to tell myself, yes, you can eat the vegetables. You can overcome, and you can do it. So you can tell yourself what you're going to do, and that's what you're going to do. If you are always down on yourself, if you're always dumping on yourself, I just can't do this. Well, guess what? You probably can't. If you think, I just don't feel like eating healthy today. Well, guess what? the chances are you're not going to eat healthy today. But if you hit the floor running, you tell yourself, today is my day. Today is the day I take control of me. My mind takes control of my body. My mind takes control of my mouth. And our mouth is part of our body. You tell yourself, I'm going to do it today. I'm going to make good choices today. I'm not going to go off the rails today. When I am staring, just like I stared for 2 weeks, I stared at his bag of chips. David did too. Now, David, when he has a sandwich, he loves a bag of tater chips, and he didn't touch them either. So I'm proud of him. For 2 weeks, he did not touch those chips. That was a big one for him because he loves chips. I stared at that chocolate for 2 weeks. I stared at his cans, which they're not going to tempt me, but they were out there on the counter. I could see them. His cans of Skitty meatballs, because I've told y'all before, Chef Boyardee Skitty meatballs, that was a comfort food for me because I ate it growing up. And to me, to this day, it is still a comfort food, which it's in the other room. I'm not worried about it. I withstood it, but I had to stare at it. So these things, I had to stare at those muffins I made him. The first week, I made him chocolate chip muffins. And then this past week, I made him strawberry cheesecake muffins. You know, the little Martha White pouches. They make good muffins. And they're only $1. So instead of buying him puff cakes, which is what he always wanted, he couldn't call them cupcakes, so he called them puff cakes. So instead of buying him puff cakes the past couple of times, you know, the little mini ones with the big tall blob of icing on it, he likes those Entenmann little muffins that come in the little bag. Well, he could stand there and eat 3 bags if I let him, because there's like, 4 muffins in a bag? And this is a growing kid. I'm going to tell you what, he's a big kid. He doesn't eat all day long, but when he eats, he'll sit there and he'll eat everything you put in front of him. I'll tell you that. But he also pushes it away when he's full. So he has a good appetite. Well, before, his appetite was even bigger. I guess maybe he was going through a growth spurt or something. And he could eat like 4 of those packs of muffins if I let him. So I'm just like, we can't do this. I'll start making you some muffins. So I started making him some muffins, and he loves those just as good. But I had those chocolate chip muffins in front of me last week. I had them strawberry ones in front of me this week. I didn't eat one. So what I'm saying is, tell yourself you're not going to do. You can tell yourself you are going to do something, and you can tell yourself you're not going to do something. I'm not going to eat the crap. If I see somebody else in my house eating it, I'm going to say, go ahead and eat it. And my body's going to follow through and not eat it. If I see them having stuff that I'm not supposed to have, I'm not going to say, well, the only way I can enjoy your company is if I indulge in the food you're eating. Well, that's completely wrong. Don't tell yourself that. If you tell yourself that, you're going to believe that. And then next thing you know, you're going to be sitting on the couch with tater chips all over the place. Don't do it. You don't have to indulge in the same thing they are to enjoy their company. You don't have to sit in front of the TV and watch a movie with a bag of chips in your hands. If you think you need to eat something, pop some popcorn. It's a lot better for you than those fried tater chips. I ain't going to tell you to eat some fruit, because I ain't going to sit down and eat fruit watching a movie. And even some fruits you can overeat. So I'm not going to tell you to sit down and eat vegetables, because I'm not going to watch a movie and sit down and eat vegetables. I'm going to tell you, find something. I mean, unless you like it. If you like to eat raw vegetables and dip, then sit there and crunch them things through that movie. Keep your mouth closed so everybody can hear, though. Listen, ain't nothing worse than being up in the movie theater with somebody honking down on that popcorn behind you. They digging in that box, and then they no. I can't hardly watch the movie for kind of doing this to see who's doing it. Not that my looking around could change anything. So anyway, how do we get on that? Oh, don't be crunching your vegetables so somebody can't hear that movie. I thought about got choked. I was going to have to tell you to hold on a minute. Find something healthy that you like, that you can eat, and still enjoy your family's company, or just don't eat it all. Just because, This one just came to me. Just because you see somebody else eating, don't mean you got to eat. That's a good one. That's a good one if I got to say so myself. Just because you see it, don't mean you got to jump in on it. Anything, somebody jump over a bridge, what do they say? Well, if somebody jumps off the cliff, you going to jump in behind them? Same principle. Just because somebody's sitting there munching down on something or honking down on their supper because it's some kind of good, some delicious, fattening, ooey gooey, cheesy, whatever it is, don't mean you got to partake. No. You can do what you have told yourself you can do. You can say, I am in control of my body today. This moment in time, I am in control of my body. I am in control of what I put in my mouth. Nobody else controls that. Nobody is holding you down and force feeding you anything. I can do my exercise today. Ain't nobody strapped me to this chair to where I can't turn right around there and turn my TV on and do my little woohoo, you know what I'm saying? No. I can go out and walk if that's what you like to do. I can go out and walk. Yes, I can. I'm telling myself that I can do it, so I can do it. You're going to be and do what you tell yourself that you want to be and do. Do you want to be successful? You're going to be successful because you're telling yourself that. That's what this is telling you. Your body hears everything your mind says. Keep going. You can. Do not give up. So if you tell your body something wrong and your body does the wrong thing for you for that moment in time, don't give up. Don't just say, oh, well, forget the whole rest of the day. I've already blown it. I suck. No, you just made a little blurb. It's just a little blurb. Is that a good word? just pop on over it. Just jump on over it. Go to the next moment in time where you tell yourself, your mind says, okay, we got it from here on out. Girl, guy, we got it from here on out. We don't have to listen to, okay, I talk about them all the time. This girl says, go on, eat that little Debbie cake. Shh, ain't nobody gonna know. This girl says, don't do it. You don't need that cake. You are better than that. You have risen above those cakes. You don't eat those cakes anymore, so don't do it. If I listen to her, that's what I'm going to do. That part of my mind, that girl right there, if I listen to her, okay, nobody is going to know because I'm not going to tell them. I'm going to sneak and eat them. But if I listen to her, she's going to pump me up. This little girl's going to pump me up. She's going to say, no, don't do it. Girl, you have come so far. You have worked so hard to overcome those little Debbie cakes. Don't ruin your success. That's what I was saying about that milkshake yesterday. Don't ruin, I was telling David, don't ruin your success that you have already done. What's the word I'm looking for? What have you done to success? Your success is you've already succeeded. Please. I didn't want to ruin my what I had accomplished up until this point. I didn't want to go backwards. So my mind kept telling and my body followed through by not going to do it. So what you tell your body, today's my day. Today I'm going to eat healthy. Today I'm going to make good choices. Today I'm going to exercise. Today I'm going to think positive about myself. Today I'm not going to tell myself any negatives. I'm not going to be down on myself. If I've made a mistake in the past, I'm not going to beat myself up over it. You got to tell your mind got to tell your body so it can follow through. So that's what I want you to do today. I want you to think all the positive things. Everything you need to do to be successful on this weight loss journey. And I don't care what journey you're taking. I absolutely do not care what plan or program you're doing. We are all headed to the same destination. Listen, if people are going on a cruise, they're coming from all over the world to get on that one. I mean, I don't know if they are coming from all over the world to get on that one cruise ship. And when you get on that cruise ship, You're not going to go around and tell everybody, well, no, you didn't come from where I come from. Can't socialize with you. Nope, you're not from my town. Can't socialize for you. No, don't like what you're wearing. Can't socialize with you. Everybody's coming together on that cruise ship to have fun. They're going to eat together, sing together, dance together. I don't know what you do on a cruise because I ain't never going to get on one. They say never, but I can tell you I ain't never going on no cruise ship. If I was on a cruise ship, first of all, you'd have to blindfold me, drag me on it so I didn't know what I was on. Then you'd have to keep all the windows and curtains shut. I couldn't go out on deck. I'd have to stay in my room, not tell me where I was at. When it was over, blindfold me, take me back off. Because if I go out and I see that ocean all around me and there's no land and I'm just out in the middle of the ocean, I'm done. I'm dead. that is, listen, I ain't calling that negative self-talk. That's flat out, pure and simple fear and control. That is a control issue. I guess my mind has told my body on that listen, that stands. My mind has told my body, you're scared, you can't do it. You don't have any control over where you're at, so don't do it. It works. This little saying works. So that's what I want you to do today. Don't be negative like I was just negative. And that wasn't about weight loss anyway, so it don't count. We're talking about weight loss. Think positive. Say, I can make the healthy choices. I can pick the right foods. I can say no to that dessert. I can say no to those chips. I can say no to whatever it is that faces you down, that is your trigger, your nemesis, your Achilles heel, the bane of your existence, which are vegetables for me. I'm still eating them. That's a healthy choice for me, and I have to do it. I don't like it, but I have to do it. So my mind is saying, do it because it's the right thing for you. It's the right thing for your health. So I'm just cutting back how many I'm making, but I'm still eating them. So that's what I want you to do today. I just want you to have positive self-talk to yourself. I want you to be good to yourself. I don't want you to talk negative to yourself. I don't want you to tell yourself you're anything but the wonderful, strong person that you are. And I know you are. You know, they say, if I can do it, you can do it. Oh my gosh. I've gone 5 weeks without eating out, which the subs don't count because it's just bread and veggies. That's not an eating out meal. That's just taking help from the store to make what I could make at home, which I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it's not eating out. Not eating the candy, not eating the chips, not eating the junk, not cooking anything I'm not supposed to cook. I'm telling you, if I can get through Nutrisystem, you can get through what you're going through. You just got to set your mind to it. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. There's some wood. Knock. I may fall off the wagon and hit the ground hard tomorrow, but I'm not telling myself that. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, you're doing good today, but tomorrow, I just don't know. I mean, anything can happen, but I'm not telling myself that. So don't tell yourself that. Don't tell yourself you can't do it, because yes, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. So listen, if that made a lick of sense today, I don't know, but hopefully it helps somebody. If nobody else, it helped me, because I'm going to keep telling myself, yes, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. Mind. Think positive. Think on all the good things you're going to do. Expel all the negative things. Learn to say no. No to people. No to food. No to negative self-talk. And stay positive, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Where'd that come from? Listen, the stuff that pops into my head, these Saturday sayings might be scary, because who knows what pops out of my mind. It just, who knows whether it makes sense or not. Sometimes I get these videos, I'm like, I don't feel like I made a lick of sense. But anyway, hopefully it helps somebody. And let me read it to you again, and we're going to go. Your body hears everything your mind says. Keep going. You can. So that is it for me today. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on my next one.